All right. So we should be good, I think. But YouTube Studio kind of had a little fit there when I went live. So let's see if this works. Let's see if the tweet went out. I don't know. Where's the Twitter at? Where's the Twitter at? It looks like it's there. There we go. How we doing, everybody? How we doing? Yeah, sometimes whenever I go live with Streamlabs, it decides it doesn't want to work. So it finally worked this time. Don't want Twitter to be sad. Yeah, Twitter's the worst. Not as bad as Facebook though, but Twitter's bad. All social media is bad. All right. Bought an FT5. Very good, Gerald. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I appreciate that. Oh. All right, so as you guys saw the title, and you see the box here, I have an ANET A8 Plus in my hands. Now, ANET really doesn't have a very good track record for things. The ANET A8 is probably the most hated printer of all. It is the cheapest of all. There's issues with it. I mean, the history of that goes way back. But ANET kind of took things from there, and they saw what Creality was doing. They made the A8 Plus, which is no longer an acrylic frame like the A8 was. It's an aluminum frame. It's all 2020. I think there's a little bit of sheet aluminum in there as well for some of the bracketing. And they just took a lot of things they learned from other people, I guess, and kind of copied a little bit of it, and they made the A8 Plus. I have heard fantastic things about it. I've never had my hands on one. But this is not just a build for this printer. This is going to be the starting of another custom build, which is going to be awesome. But since Banggood agreed to send me one of these, I'm going to assemble it tonight, and we're going to go ahead and review it as it is. I'm not going to do that tonight. I'm going to do more printing on it once I get it built tonight. Make sure it works. I'll give you guys an honest review of it. But for $180 on Banggood, no coupons, nothing fishy, it is by far the cheapest large format printer, $180 for a 300 by 300 by 350 millimeter build volume. Is it going to be any good? I don't know. Is it even going to print? I don't know. Is it going to go up in smoke? I don't know. So we're going to go ahead and get started with this build tonight. I'm hoping to do this in one night, but I'm not 100% sure that that's going to happen. So we're going to just first open this up, and then we'll switch cameras so you guys can see everything here. But this literally came today. Very excited about it. Printer warranty card. Yeah, it's not going to mean much. Here is a user manual. All the bits and bobs. Now we have our assembly here. Okay. This is going to be interesting. I have never assembled an ANET printer. I've never owned an ANET printer. Just have rumors to go by. So we'll see how it all turns out. I mean, the value is there, supposedly, but there's only one way to really find out. Oh, I was still zoomed in from yesterday. We'll go here. Whoop. Brighten this up a smidge. Geez, Brandon, you type much, man? All right. So what do we got? We have the bed, which is a normal heated bed. It has the thermistor already in there. It's non-magnetic. It is just a regular old bed with a glass sheet on top of it, it looks like. So we have that. We're not going to need that for a while. It's okay. Underneath, what do we got here? So we've got our bag of tools. We've got a little screwdriver. It's got a little ruler in there, a pair of snips. Holy heck, yeah, this has got a lot of pieces to it. We've got cable tubing, finger condoms. I guess you don't, when you're handling the lead screw, they are pretty greasy. An accessory kit, smidge of PLA. Oh, look at that. We've got an SD card with some extra fuses. Not too many companies give you extra fuses. Actually, no one really does, but you got 2 extra ones in here. Here's all of our cabling, LCD cabling, heated bed cabling. We're not going to need any of that for a while. And then we have injection mold. Oh, no, these are 3D printed. So these are rod holders that are 3D printed fan shrouds. Hardware, definitely going to need that one. Bed springs, some magnets in there too, it looks like. Tiny spool holder, power cable. We've got some corner brackets and such. We've got a pre-wired switch, which is really nice. Not everyone really knows how to do all the jumpers. I never always remember. 9 times out of 10, I'll Google just to make sure I get it right. Then we've got some aluminum brackets. We have some injection molded bearing holders, which actually the bearings are already in there as well. They're threaded and tapped. One has the brass inserts in there. And there's some other bits and bobs in there. We've got our X/Z carriage, our big chunky CD panel, man. I mean, it's an aluminum enclosure around it. Cool, but that is a giant LCD holder there. That's insane. All right, well, we're not going to need this one a little while. I'll just set that down there. All right, so here we go into the bits here. Oh, okay. So again, I did see this piece of aluminum here. So this is the power supply holder that goes on the side. It acts also as a bracket. And we've got a interesting looking power supply. Normally they have a bunch of extra venting on them and whatnot, but this one doesn't have that. So this is a standard 24 volt, 360 watt power supply. So it's 24 volt now. That's also an interesting move. And that's eventually going to slide, I'm assuming, in there like that. So we're not going to need this for a little bit still. Oh, what else we got here? Ah, the extruder. Already. Prius. Wow, that's crazy looking. What the heck is going on here? We gotta look at this real quick here. Man, check out this extruder. So, oh, I don't have, I forgot to turn on autofocus. Sorry, guys. So here's the hot end extruder assembly. Look at this crazy heatsink. Very small, very compact. Aluminum. Got your motor right there. That is a very interesting hot end setup. Probably not the best, but you know what? We'll see how it goes. And then the heater and thermistor cartridge. I guess we can set it back in here for now. We have another. Okay, so here is our. I guess I'll take that apart. So here is the board. So this has integrated A4988 drivers on it. I do know that it's an 8-bit board. Oh, the fuse is for there. So there's a big fuse right there. That's probably what those spare fuses are for. That's probably for the fuse for the heated bed if I was a betting man. This is probably for the other side. Now we've got a bunch of motors in here, all labeled, which is very nice. Pulleys pre-installed, but they do label all of the motors there. I have got to turn on the autofocus. Oh, even the extrusion's labeled. Hang on, let me get this autofocus back on. Let's see here. Let's focus. There we go. Now we should be okay. We have our threaded rod and all the rods. These are long. Holy heck, these are long. It's a big sucker. So this is a big printer. And we're going to go ahead and get out our extrusion here. So that's labeled Z-axis, Y-axis, X-axis. Even the lengths are on there. 442, 422, 500, 472. So that is nifty. That's very nifty. I've never seen another company do something like that. That's the bottom of the barrel there. All right, so we can set this stuff to the side for now. We need to worry about this extrusion. The axis, y-axis, x-axis. I don't know what the board. I think the board is their own make. It's not an MKS board. It's an ANET. It's the ANET 3DV 1.7. Again, I have to take off this outer housing in order to be able to see everything and connect everything. Oh, excuse me there. But yeah. We're not gonna need that stuff. So again, the guide is, I mean, first look here, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, everything, it's in color. Installation starts at number 6 here. So we're using the X-axis profile and the Y-axis profile. So Z is, that's our upright. These are two pieces of 2040. So again, we're not going to need those this moment. But we're going to need this Y-axis stuff. I'll try to keep an eye on chat. So if you guys have questions, please answer. Or please ask, sorry. And then if I don't get to it, the mods will hopefully answer some of the easier questions. So we've got our two Ys. So these are like that. I would assume those holes are up or holes are down. Holes are down. Holes are down because, so they're already pre-tapped holes here, tapped and threaded for the feet to go into. So those are going to go like that. And then we have the X-axis parts. Which ones are these? So this looks like one of them. I can't really tell. Short's the back, long's the front. I get that. But all of these tap the same. Some of these are tapped, some of these are not. So it looks like this is going to be for the actual rail. This is going to be the front and back because these are tapped for the Y-rod mounts. Okay. That's like that. One goes here. This one goes here. All right, so that's what our frame's going to look like right there. I'm not expecting glorious things out of this build, guys. So don't anybody get fooled by that yet. I am not. My expectations are insanely low on this. This honestly is a starting point. We're going to get through the build here and go from there, but this is just the beginning of my plans for this. So, oh man, they just put all the different ones in there. So we need M5 by 25s. Pretty sure it's these big ones right here. Well, that's a 20. That's a 30. 25s. 20. 5, you include the head. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so it says, I'll show you guys this. So the documentation's wrong right off the bat. First step. So right here it says M5 by 20, but down here it says M5 by 25. You need 12 of them. Well, there are no 25 millimeter ones. They're all 20 millimeter. So that's all right. So these are going to go in the front here, and they already have tapped and threaded the 2040 for the Y rails. So that's done. I'm going to go ahead and use my super awesome brand new hex set courtesy of my patron and moderator, Aaron. These big boys would work out well. 4 right there. These are Tectons. So I usually use my Wehas, but these are, for lack of a better term by us, these are dad sized. They're for dad hands. They're big. You can really get a nice grip on them. I did go ahead and do up a nice little custom stand for them all, so they don't really wiggle around too much anymore. But I'm pretty happy with that. But yeah, these are definitely a really, really nice to have, almost a need to have if you're going to be doing a lot of custom building with these hex screws. Because again, they just really fit in your hand so nicely. And for these frames, you want to make this for sure this frame is rock solid. Definitely don't want anything coming loose on these. I will see people will talk about doing some red Loctite on these. So once you get them in, there ain't no coming out. To each their own on that. What I'm going to do is after I do this, I have a tile floor out there in the living room. I'm going to take this out to the tile floor just to, I'm going to give it a push down on all the corners. Just want to make sure that it is perfectly flat. You don't want to get too far in a build with a crooked frame because you are just asking for problems down the line. And if you don't start your build off right to begin with, again, you're just setting yourself up for failure. We don't want to do that. We want to set up ourselves for success. Check this real quick. Oh, that's all tight. Not really raking it all, or twisting it all, I should say. Just gotta make sure it's flat on this tile here. Off here. Be as close as it's gonna get there. Okay, so we got our back is here, front is here. Let me continue on from there. Brandon, I know it's in my Amazon cart. Shut up. This is square. It's just making sure that you're level. It'll level out once we get some feet and things on it, which I think is what they want me to do now. So, and then we're supposed to use the M5x20s for the feet, which are in here. I want you to put the feet on now. These feet are huge. Look at these. These are big boys. Except they already have the holes, have them threaded. Are you supposed to use that longer ones? Definitely could use much shorter bolts than these. That's what they're calling for, though. This is a big machine, though, so definitely gonna need to take the weight of everything. But man, oh man, this is gonna be a fun build after this. Let me tell you guys, you're gonna be in store for greatness. If you're on the Discord, you already know what I'm talking about. Bring a drink up with me, dang. Wait, there's the feet on there. So next step is going to be I'm going to put some bearings on. Oh yeah, these directions are not as good as I thought they were going to be. I mean, I should have been guessing that anyways, but I need 1, 2, 3, 4 bearing mounts. And then I think we're going to need some of this eventually. There's bearing mounts there. Here are the Y rod mounts. With the end caps for the extrusion. I can appreciate because I hate getting cut on the corner sharp extrusion. Really do. Okay, so those are on. All right, so we've got 4 bearings. I have no idea how good these bearings are going to be. We're going to use them. I think I have other ones that I could use, but we'll keep it at that. Yeah, and these are 3D printed. Not particularly great 3D printed brackets. Of course, they're black, but you can see they're kind of subpar. I mean, again, what are we expecting here? So we've got 2 in the front there. And okay, so this is going to be our end stop is going to go back left. Pretty standard there. And these are all going to be held in with some screws. KB 2.3 by 12s. Not those. Must be self-tapping screws you use on these, huh? No, M4 by 25s. Oh, those little screws are for the end stop. So I'm guessing it's going to be 2 of these little ones here. There's smaller ones in here. Let's see where the end stop is. Does it have its own baggie? Stops. Most of them. So we got a couple unstops here. Y limit switch. Going to one of these little guys. Going on like this. Nope. Okay. Now we'll get out two of these little guys. I'm assuming it's these ones. These look to be right. I'll give Proudy the one up on baggage assembly because they at least put each size in its own little baggie, which I now appreciate. First, I find it rather annoying to open 40 bags and also have that much like waste. But I now kind of appreciate it because of this situation. So there's those. And then we're going to need some rods here. So these are 442 ones. So let's go into here. Jim's here. Jim, you'll be happy to know that I did order the 12-volt power supply that you so graciously sent me some money for the BLV. So that is on its way. Come on. Okay. So these are all different sizes. That's super awesome. It's not those. Looks like it's going to be the shortest ones. Yep, it's going to be that. So that one. That one. So the way these are going to go is, you guys can see okay, I guess, right? Oh, geez. I just made y'all real crooked. Sorry about that. So we've got the front bearing, or front holder, pushed out all the way into there. We're going to slide on two bearing blocks. Then we're going to slide on the back holder. And that will just go like there. So same thing for this one. Front, one, two bearing blocks. Rear one, which just broke. Oh, crikey. That totally just broke. Well, told you I had big expectations for this build. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna just super glue it because I'm not reprinting stuff tonight. To get this built, and such is life. So we're gonna super glue it. Here. Together. That is some crap right there. Told you these prints were not that great. The layer adhesion is definitely subpar. You on there now? Yep, we're on there now. Okay, I think we're in now. Oh, not even anywhere near in there yet. I'm getting super glue on my fingers now. Freaking A. You know? Lining up now? We're still not even, we're close. I think that went there. Still off by a little bit. Still off. There we go. I'm pretty sure I broke this piece again. Yep, I did. So we're going to super glue it while it's still on. Aaron's here. What's up? I'm already breaking stuff, Aaron. I honestly did not think this was going to have 3D printed I literally did not think it was going to have 3D printed parts. Call me naive, but thought maybe, just maybe, they were going to do all injection molded or metal parts on this one. It's okay. It's okay. We got it. We got it. We're back. We're there. We're good. Oh, good gravy. All right. So these are going to be M4 by 25s, which are thick. Missing some hardware in here. Let's see. Any more bags of screws that I missed? Threes. Oh, that's all on these. Oh, okay. M4 by 25. Printed in the wrong orientation. They're printed layers like this. That's why it broke. Yeah, these are it here. So I got it. Man, you gotta love using some Phillips heads on a 3D printer. I do like that they have it at least tapped so that you know, I mean, assuming they drilled it right, that you're gonna be in line. It's a big assumption. It is ANET, but hey, maybe they just did it. Yeah, the Megatron's Y holders would fit, but I didn't print them out. Again, I'm doing this as a stock build. Big plans for this, but that's what it's going to be. There's no short there. Just me. Holes. This is getting annoying with these little drivers. There we go. Got something bigger. These ones are tighter. The 3D print doesn't have enough clearance for the screw to get through without screwing through it first, so that's always awesome. Last two, guys. Last two back here. Still off by a smidge. Why? We're going to persuade it a little bit. Maybe we'll break it again. I don't know. We'll see. What? You can get it. We're just going to have to drill this out a little bit, I think. Persuade it again and break it again. Through the side that I didn't break. There we go. I did it. See, drill those out a little bit. Now we're cooking with gas again. So where were we? Here. Okay. Well, that was a pain. Good night. Okay. New stops on there. Bearings are on there. They seem to move okay. All right. Moving along. To the next part. So we're doing step 4 is okay, that's all installed. That's good to go. So now we're doing step 4, find the Y-axis motor. So we've got the Y-axis motor right here. And then we've got these aluminum plates. The plates all look nice. And this is the plate. Yeah, this is the plate here. With that coming out the back. So plate goes on like there. And this is using some M3x6s, or what's holding this on. So these right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Small enough for the big boys? No, we need a little one. So this is 3mm aluminum bracket here. Pretty much the bare minimum you would use on a printer. Super cheap screws. I don't know why it surprises me, but you know what? It really doesn't. Okay, so then we're using some M4x8s to attach this bad boy. 2 of these. M4 T-nuts. Yeah, that's temporarily put in there because it's not saying this says put in the center. That's center-ish. We'll get to actually centering that later. All right, so now we're on, where did I put those pieces at? Here we go. We're on this right here, which looks to be a very interesting tensioner system. Hey, Vince, what's up? I see how they did that. So that is quite unique. Really sure I like that, but you know what? Shouldn't be surprised, should I? Center of the front with that up. Okay, so center of the front, like here. Holy cow, that looks janky. Oh, that looks so janky. Look at that thing. That looks total jank. All right, so now, oh, that's what those pieces are. This bed is in 3 pieces. I was wondering what these aluminum brackets were for. They're not brackets. It's the bed frame. Huh. I don't know how I feel about that. That is definitely how they're saving money on this thing. $180, you got a 3-piece bed frame for this 300 by 300 bed. Here's our centerpiece. I mean, they're hefty. It's hefty aluminum. I'm not gonna deny that. But yeah, holy heck. They definitely win the unique challenge because I've never seen this before in any printer. Already pre-tapped and everything. Yeah, so it goes like that. I go on top of it. Yeah, it goes on top of it. We're using, what are we using on this? M4 by 8s. Yeah, M4 by 8s. A bunch of these. So they overlap like that. It works. Oh, okay. Okay, well, let's start securing these, I guess. It's just shocking. Again, never had a printer like this before. So I am surprised at many a turns here. That's why you need 22 M4s on this step. 22. I'm just worried about them coming loose, to be honest. It is an actual concern of mine. Definitely seems like something when I do what I'm going to do later. These might be a red Loctite thing here. Not really for that, but for this instance, might be my only route. Yeah, I mean, this bed frame is hefty. Quite hefty. And before I attach it to there, it's talking about a M4 by 14 single one going in the bottom there. An M4 by 14 somewhere. Wrong. We're on 3s either way. Those are on 5s. Oh, right here. Oh, 2 of these suckers. They go on the same side? And on the right side, it looks like. Huh. Very. So this is how the belt attaches, is off of these 2 screws. They're only partially threaded. And I'm putting them in the wrong side, aren't I? So it's on this side here. They anodized over the threadings on these ones, so these were thread before anodization, where these other plates were thread after anodization. Oh, where'd that, there it is. Oh, I need to fix that, Aaron. Thanks for the reminder. I need to fix the Discord link because I'm changing up things on the Discord, and so my invite link died. So thank you guys for posting that. All right, so now we need to put in a whole crap ton more of these M4 by 8s. We're just going to do 2 in each one first, just so they stay in place. What am I doing this by hand for? What's up, dude? Haven't seen you in a while. We're going to break out the WoW stick. If you guys don't have one of these and you're doing a lot of building and things, you need to get one. It will change your life. What I'll do is, I mean, this thing doesn't have a ton of torque to it, which is fine. I can come back and tighten all these down, but it does the 95, 98% of the work for me. Now what I can do is I can just go and just set a bunch of these in now. Better small screwdriver, like a 6 or 8 volt one. Oh, look. This one doesn't have the head, isn't actually punched in it, so that's a dud. Now those are all in, I come through, just give them all the final torque. And we're talking less than a quarter turn on these, which is good. And it does most of the work for me there. It moves nice and smooth, so I did that part right at least. So we've done that. All right, so now it wants me to do the belt, right? Yeah, it wants me to do the belt now. So we'll need to align our bearings and whatnot a little bit more. So let me find the belt kit, which is this accessory kit looks like. If anybody's interested in getting this printer, again, the reason why I got it is because it does seem like a great bones frame to use and go off of. You can use the motors, the bed, the rails, everything is there, and go from there. That's what I'm planning on doing eventually, but I want to try this out first and go from there. If you guys are interested in picking it up, the cheapest place you can get it is on Banggood, which I have a link down below to them. So if you guys want to do that, you can. They seem okay, Jim. I mean, yeah, they're a little loud. You guys can hear that, but I mean, it's not. I've had worse, to put it gently. Do this upside down to make securing these a little bit easier. Put it through that. Son of a gun. Through the tensioner. Around the motor. see where I need to adjust. Honestly, the motor is almost perfect. I need to adjust here though. I think just a little bit over to the side there. You could go a little that way, but I think we can secure it and go from there to make sure that the tensioner is as loose as it can go. Need some snips. There. Tight. Little zip ties for now. I don't want this thing going anywhere on me here. Front bearing looks good. Let's see how the motor looks. Needs to go over just a little bit. Let's check here again. Looks good as well. All right, I like it so far. So you just twist this little wing nut. That tightens up your belt. We're not going to make that too tight right yet. Keep that just like that. Yeah, I worry about this Y tensioner so much right now. Oh, so much. Is this just like not in line at all? So now it's straight and captured in there. Okay. Yeah, that is a wicked weird setup, but okay, it is what it is. Aaron, this is a V slot. Okay, so that was step 7. Step 8 is we're going to attach the bed. Going by the book. Going by the book on this one. Here's my intentions with this. Where's the end? I don't know. So there's all the plastic for that. And our glass. I have not used a glass bed, and I can't tell you guys how long. And here's our aluminum bed. So we need our springs, which I don't think I got those out yet. Springs. Here they are. So springy dings. We're using these other M4x25s like that. And then a spring And we're going to be compressing the heck out of it right off the bat. Here's the hole. There we go. Man, this is brutal. I haven't done this in a while. Oh, the bed reflection? Oh. Oh, let my nightmares become yours, guys. Oh man, that is the slicer mask from BioShock. So if anybody gets a little creeped out on what that is what that is. If you're not familiar with what BioShock is, it's a video game. An amazing video game. But thank you for bringing that up, Dr. Jekyll. That's gold right there. This one in here. Boom. Both coming together at the same time. Okay. Better for worse. It's on there. And we're going to keep the plastic covering on just for now because I don't want to I don't want to scratch up. I don't have to. Fix the heated bed. Shown in the picture. Okay. All right, now we're cooking here. So now we need to get the X motor side. And this is completely injection molded. So that's cool. Cool. So we have that. We need to get our X motor here. Cable is going to be facing downwards. It's going to go something like that. Oh, that's going to be some particular way of hell. That belt in there, let me tell you that. So we're using M3 by 20s to secure it to the, I believe are these ones right here. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. Would I kindly wear it for the stream, Dr. Jekyll? Sadly, it doesn't have a head strap on it. I can't. We need 2 more of those itty bitty screws. These ones. There you go. There these. Oh no, they're in these here. 1, 2 stealth tapping ones. We're using the roller version. So this has these little guys with a roller on it. This is going to be for X. Roll that towards the front. We've got our limit switch. We've got, oh, bearings are already installed in here as well. Interesting. It's a very long throat, so the bearings have that much that they're not to the bottom there. See that? There is 2 bearings in there, but they are not centered at all. Interesting. Okay, so we've got that secure, we got that secure, motor cables coming out the bottom. So now we need, these are 496. How tall are the Z ones? These are probably the tallest ones, eh? 486, yep. So these are going to be the longest ones for X. We need 2 and 3 bearings, and we need the other X-axis injection mold, and this already has the idler installed. I'm like kind of impressed with some of these parts, honestly. I mean, I am. Probably shouldn't be, but I am. So we're doing 2 on top. If I can break an injection molded part now. 1 on the bottom. A little bit. That's not going in all the way. Supposed to? Definitely supposed to. In. Grab the same ones, right? Or did I grab 2 different size ones? Nope, they're both the same size. It's just not going in. Set screws. Where did I put the other end at? Oh, there are set screws in there, Aaron. But they're not really. This one doesn't have them. This one's definitely not in all the way. Let me get a legit hammer. I didn't realize you can see it from the back. So you can see the bottom one all the way in. Can you see that? Bottom one's all the way in. Top one is not. So 1 second, guys. 1 second here. I heard you, Aaron. I heard you. Okay. Now those are the same. Okay. So let's put those bearings back on. So we said what, 2 on top, 1 on the bottom, very standard I3. All the way to the end there. I did get a real hammer. Well, this is my my little what I use for printers and stuff, hammer. I don't like to use anything crazy big on printers, just to be safe. So, right, so those are in, and everything is in the right orientation, it looks like. Oh, okay, we gotta take apart the extruder now. Then why send it built? Legit, it's one bolt holding this thing in. This is supposed to be 3. That's a hard negative. We'll loosen that nut. I'm wondering if their wrenches that they sent are the right size. I am honestly in shock and horror of this hot end. I really truly am. I'm so afraid of it. I haven't used anything like this in years. Years. It's just been V6s. Okay, so we've got our X now. Well, we're going to test it out, Aaron. I'm not going to be Judgy McJudge until I know everything about it. Oh my God, 12 bloody screws are holding this thing in. I'm in honest shock here. There's not even 12 more M4s left. Oh, those are by 8. Supposed to use by 6s for this. Okay. Put the 8s away. And then the bag of 6s. Here we go. Bunch of those. And now for doing all these in. I mean, their way of doing this is a little ingenious. I can give them that, because putting an extruder together in, what's this going to take? 5 minutes? Is honestly kind of genius. It might not be the greatest way in the world. I mean, it isn't the greatest way in the world. Let's not kid anybody here. But pass through, thought of a great deal with this. Injection molded holders that are screwed on. These aren't zip tied or clamped. They're on there pretty securely. I'll give it to them. It's interesting. I'll give them that. One more of those. Nothing else broke yet, Jim. At least I don't think so. I really don't think so. I don't know. So let's give all these a little snug twist. This is slides well. Slides even, looks like. Okay. Positive. So now that's on. That was step 12. Step 13 is to do what now? So that's 14. Okay. So we're going to put the extruder back in. It goes like this here. Slides in, and then we retighten down this nut. Put that M4 back in. Just don't want this thing to go anywhere. Come on. You go back in. Why don't you go to your home? It's because it's down too low. Loosen that back up. Still not going. Looser. Make this thing float. There we go. Pull that in. I can tighten this back down. Okay. Now we've got extruder reattached there. Shimmy, shimmy. Wow, doing all this beforehand is very interesting. All right, so now they want us to put on all of the fans and everything now. All right. So we've got our hot end cooling fan here. Oh, there you go. I mean, it's already put together. I mean, look at this. It's 2 bolts to attach it. Like, you can't get much easier than that, honestly. Don't like it. I don't agree with it. Right now it works. So this is the cooling fan for that. See there? A little bit of an angle there. It's got a tab that just kind of slots in behind here to keep that throat in place. Don't totally agree with it, but let's see what happens. Okay, so now we've got this guy. I love they call a washer a gasket. That amuses me. And it's a 3D printed duct for the 5015 fan, which just fits in there. Okay. And then, oh, that's backward chain. That's 2 bolts that are in the same bag with it. So that's easy. And two. It's pretty close to the hot end there. It's a little misaligned, as you can see, but kind of is what it is at this point. I'm going to turn the hot end a little bit. Better. It's close. There's also no heater sock, so I might throw a heater sock on it at one point just to do it. I don't want to change it. That would be funny. Okay, so we can put the little baby one back. Got all the fans on there now. Okay, now we're going to assemble the tensioning system, which is 3D printed. That's what all these other 50 holes on here are for. Balance you? Okay. So I've got this piece here and this piece here. How does this go? It's not the same part. Oh, it goes like that. And this goes smudgy wudgy. Damn, Toad's confused on this one here. This one attaches like this somewhere in here. Or I guess we can do it like this. Oh, like that. Okay, like that. Okay. But I got to put the belt in it first before I attach it. Yeah, these directions are horrible. This part of the directions is absolute garbage. So there's that, and then it rests on there. I guess I can put it in the middle as much as I can, right? We're going to hold this in with only 3x10s, which are in here. Little guys. 1, 2. 8 Phillips head hardware and a 3D printer. 3. Just do 1, 2. It's a very interesting way they have the belt pinched in there. I don't know if I'll be able to show it to you guys. But this lower block here is help pushing it against, so the belt here is locked between this printed part and this injection molded part. So it's definitely different. Can't say I've ever seen anybody do it that way before. Definitely out of the norm. I guess also before I do this, I need to tighten down those set screws, which I'm going to use a regular Allen wrench for. Here, this is going to be a pain in the butt. It's coming at the bottom there. Don't do that. Man, this is doggone near impossible right here. I see what they're trying to do. But good gravy, people. Got it. Oh, missed it. Lost it. Got it again. Okay. Okay. So we're here now. And this is just god awful horrid. And of course, these parts are all black. You guys are not going to see squat of this. I'm sorry. It's going to be too hard to really see what's going on here. But yeah, so we've got all of that there. So now this part, oh, that nut, an M3 nut? An M3 nut. Where's an M3 nut? Here it is. This M3 nut. The only one they give you in with a bag of a bunch of M3s. That's going to slide into here. Okay. And what size am I using for that one? 3 by 25. It's one of these big boys. Of course it doesn't stay in there. The tolerances are too loose. Not gonna work. We're gonna have to drill that out. I'm not gonna fight with that, trying to thread that in there and it be all goofy on me. Not gonna happen. There's no way I'm gonna do a tool changer, guys. Sorry. It's not that I don't have the patience. I do not have the time. Well, that's not gonna work. It all. There we go. Okay. fat side up, fat side down. Fat side up looks like. Make fat side down. Move it that way. Oh man. It's this way. Now I'm tracking. Man. Yeah, this is really throwing me for a loop. Kind of got to get this just right too, because there's no real room for mistake on this. Like, you got to get this right. We're going to have to cut it there. Way in. And then screwdriver. That's the wrong one. This is the jankiest tensioner ever. Holy cow. It's so janky. Oh my goodness. But there it is. I mean, so it captures one part here. This slider catches another one here. There's a nut in here, and you just tighten down to make the belt tighter or not. I mean, does it work? Yes. Is it desirable? Hell to the no. Come on. There we go. So that would be the axis there done. All right, now we have two Z motor brackets. We need two Z motors now. Okay. Just go on like so. Turn them in because I like my cables to be facing inside. They're low enough, they're not going to be hung on anything, but I like them inside better. And those are using doesn't say. I'm going to say they're by 6s. We'll use the 6mm ones for this. Where do those go? Oh, 3's not in 4s. Derp. And 3x6s. Smaller one. Okay. So this is ANET A8 Plus. Is very different. And I'm going to tell you now, I've hinted to this for a while. This is not the final form of this printer. This is just Banggood sending me a printer I'm going to review it, and then we're going to completely rebuild this sucker to be a totally new beast. We're talking all the bells and whistles are going to go into this, but I agreed to build it stock first and give them a review, an honest review of the printer stock, and then we're going to have some fun with it. So if you're interested in stuff like that and another custom build, make sure you guys are subscribed and hit the bell icon, because that honestly will not be that long around the corner. I am not going to spend months reviewing this thing. I'm going to put a few dozen prints through it, give it my honest opinion, and then move forward. I know it's not going to be great. Again, I'm not trying to kid anybody or myself on what quality I'm going to get out of this printer. I'm not expecting gold. For the most part, I'm a firm believer in you get what you pay for. I don't think people need to buy Ultimakers or Prushas. I think you can do the job just as well with something else. It's kind of the point of my builds. Okay, so there's the two Z motors prepped and ready to go. We just got screws everywhere now. Let's just dump them all out because I've got them everywhere. And then, oh, I need to use the M4x8 for and some T-nuts to get these ready to mount. One, two, three, four. Come on. Do the other bracket here. They definitely took this build to another level. I mean, there's not a ton you have to do with it, to be honest. Where are we been at right now? We're at 1 hour and 40 minutes, and I am 60% done here. They want me to assemble it like that? I don't like that. Disagree with this methodology wholeheartedly. So I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to install the Z rails and then install everything else, because that's just going to make my life so much easier. Why would you do it any other way? These are not marked in any way, so that's good. That. And then what size are we using for these here? More than 5x20s. So, really? Or are we going to use longer ones? They're easier for the top. Okay. Let's see. That is a poor choice, in my opinion. That is a very poor choice. Where's Big Bertha? There you are. Chin. Up a little bit. Okay, we're started. The other one here. That started. These. we're pulling a little bit of an audible on the directions here because this, in my mind, is way easier to assemble the printer. Then now from here, we can go ahead and install the motors. The two Z motors on there now. Get our rest of our rods here. I can tell I'm not going to like a lot of this. We need to take out the set screws in here. Have our 1 and 2. I guess we'll lower this down onto it now. Yep, we'll lower this. This is going to be janky. This is going to be weird, guys. So we're going to get smooth rods going. There's one in there. Okay. And yeah, this is weird. This is weird. Okay. Okay, we're going to go with that for now. That's at least stable there enough that it's not going to go anywhere. You guys can see, got that just down a bit there. I like them, Aaron. So far, they fit good in the hand. So far, I like them. Oh, I already jacked this one up because I used it as a hammer. That's all right. It just shows use. That's what matters right there. We need to bring these in a hair. Better, because this did not. That still doesn't look perfect. Wait and see how that goes then. So since we pulled an audible, figure out how in the world mount these top brackets in here. All right, let's get this top piece of extrusion on. Like that. Whoa, don't do that, Shane. These are all the 30 millimeters. I don't know why we're putting 30 in the top. I put 30 in the bottom. Ivan and I just have using screwdrivers as hammers in common. He just makes a bigger deal about it than I do. And these aren't even tapped long enough. I'm kind of making my own taps when I get all the way in there. So maybe I put it upside down, but they don't differentiate the sides. So maybe they did tap one side deeper than the other. But it's solid. Oh, I need to put those on first. That was stupid of me. Oh, that's why. I was just trying to secure the top frame. I have to put those brackets in with it first. Okay, I don't really like that. Again, Brandon said there's going to be a few things here that I don't like. He's not wrong. So, up top here working. And these brackets actually go through the top. So that's why they're using 30s up here. Okay, it makes more sense now for that. But I don't like the fact that these brackets go through here like this. And then this spacer deal. Okay, I see how they're doing that now. Keep picking up what you're putting down here. That's too small though. Where's the other? It's called a smooth rod, right? The spacer things, the guide rods. Yeah, but they don't fit. Okay, why don't you get over the little bit there? There we go. They anodized those before they fit them, so that's why that was all janky. So now this goes down and through there like that, it looks like, right? Like that. This. All right, got all that right? Yeah, looks right now. So now I get the 30 mil at the top. I get that now. Because those don't go in near as deep as the other ones. This collet needs to go all the way up to ensure that that stays down in there, which is flush. And screw that on. Okay. I get that. Do I like it? No, but I get it. Let's see if I can show you guys better there. So right here, this collet goes on, which holds the rod stable. So it's flush down here. I can feel it under the motor. Flush up there, and our here just pops right through there just a smidge. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So as I take these back out, because again, I'm fighting the directions here. The new version of this will be so much better. I am full of anticipation here. Okay, so that there. These guys there. We'll cure this in. Down. Pull it up. Set screw 1. Set screw 2. You might need to, Aaron. Okay, so those look... That looks straight now. Belt feels good. Put some of this stuff away now here. That one, okay. So we can... Well, that feels good. Still going okay. I mean, a nice thing about this, sorry, you guys are still looking at the top there. So there's the nice thing about this printer that I like right now is it's direct drive. Every other printer like this, especially on Creality, are all Bowden. So that is one, I don't like the extruder, but that is one, as of right now, a positive. This is a direct drive 300 by 300 by 350 millimeter printer for $180. Come on now. That's pretty doggone insane. So I did all that, and then they want the corner brackets on the back. So we're going to spin this around here. And there are these two 2028 corner brackets that we'll use for now. Those are going on the inside or outside? Inside. So these are using them 4x10s. Where do I have those at? In here. And they do give you a buttload of extra set screws, which is nice. Still don't know what the magnets are for, though. There's 3 magnets in here. And Aaron, your corner brackets do look way better than these. So I'll give you that much. Is there a decent amount of clearance in the hole for the threaded rod? Enough that it wiggles. Slightly. Now, if we have any issues, it's an easy fix. If we have some Z-banding issues, it's easy. Just take a drill, open those up a little bit more, and go from there. So we've got those 2 back corner brackets installed. And now we're at power supply. So again, it comes in this anodi sheathing here, which, not gonna lie, I like it. Oh, and it's got a cutout there for, this cutout right here is for that corner bracket on the inside. So if I would have put it on the outside, I would have screwed up. Okay. How are we doing this first? I guess we're gonna I guess we'll install the switch on here first. Threes look like. You gonna tell me or no? I have to figure it out myself, probably. Here. Three here I can use. We have our power lead here. It's just long enough. So I'm going to go ahead and hook that up here to the power supply. Oh, it's flipped. That's interesting. So it's got power on this side and your DC, AC here, DC there. Usually they're switched. So that's throwing me for a little bit of a loop. Greedy Jeff, no worries, man. It's, again, I mean, the jury's out on how it's going to go. But again, if anybody wants to pick it up, it's for $180 on Banggood down below. It is Banggood has it the cheapest of anybody. Nobody has it that cheap, which I'm honestly shocked about. I can't believe that no one has this printer for cheaper. It is truly blowing my mind about that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pass this down here. Now we're going to go ahead and hook up our wires here. So blue is neutral. Okay. Brown is line. Blue is neutral. Yellow is ground. Should be green or green and yellow, but I'm terribly picky, can't I? And then it's got 3 holes right there for holding this in. So those are using, it doesn't say, does it? M3x6. So some of these itty bitty M3s. This is very thin aluminum for this part. Very thin aluminum. What's that one? I'm gonna say it looks too big. One in there finally. I mean, I like how they protect the power supply. Okay, I'm liking that. I do not like the fact that the fan is facing your print. It's not a huge problem, but I mean, it could be. You know, the fact that this fan is blowing air at your print is a no-no. No one does that. They're doing it. No one else does that. So all of these around here are going to be M6 by M4 by 3s. I'm sorry, M4 by 6s to go around the frame, around this sheet to hook up to the main frame. Again, it's very thin, 1.5 mil maybe. And you only have 10 millimeters in the B slot for your bolt, your T-nut and everything to go in there. So it can't be too long. Just gonna get just gonna keep it square. 2, 3, and 4. That's on there. It's not too bad. And over, we'll go in like that. All right, so now we can get out the electronics enclosure. And again, so I'll show you guys a close up of this in a second, but this just has 2 M3s on the back of it. Now we look at the ANET 3D version 1.7 board. See it here. These are going to be our X, Y, and Z. Z1 and Z2, so it's nice they, whoops, sorry about that. So X, Y, and Z, they do have 2 ports for Z there. Again, this was built and designed for this printer. Here's that other fuse. It's probably, again, probably the heated bed fuse. If I was betting MOSFETs there. Everything's got heat sinks on it. There is no fan on this, which is interesting. I wonder if other people have modified it to do that, but it is what it is. And there we have an SD card slot right there. So yeah, interesting little board. Dark Knight, I'm planning on it. I mean, I'm trying to get this done. I've been at this for 2 hours now. I'd love to do at least a simple cube on it just to get going. Oh, I forgot to put these up top. Sharp extrusion, not my friend. So let's put on these T-nuts real quick. This is, how is this attaching? Just like that. Like that. Looks like. Right? All right there? This. Okay. I'm tracking now. Took me a second to figure that one out. They finally have a picture later on in the instructions. That T-nut sucks. Yugatech video unless I drop something. Okay, so this. This orientation makes sense. I just didn't figure it out at first. That's not touching. Okay, that's secure. So we have our board right there. Here like this. Where's our main and that's here. Come on. A heck of a time trying to see this. Here we go. Yeah, with that being said, we still have our, here we go. We've got another little metal bracket here for our Z end stop here, which goes on like this. So we have another here, like this. Where does these little screws at? This one uses actual machine screws because it's the only one that goes into a metal part. There it is. Itty bitty M 2.5s. Okay, and then this uses 2 4x6s. There are more here. Okay. I was like, I gotta use 8s. Here's more. 2. Nearly there, guys. We're gonna start wiring up here in just a few minutes. Small. There we go. You in the front there? Yeah. Right in here. Man, these two things being so close together suck. And that's in there, but it's jank. But we'll move that up in a minute because that's obviously not its final resting place. Dude, I've been watching Linus for years. When it comes to dropping stuff, I am the Linus of 3D printing because I drop everything. You can ask any normal viewer of my channel, how much stuff does Shane drop? It is significant amount of things. I would say I've never dropped anything as expensive as him, but I've definitely dropped my fair share of items. So Z1 is the left side, Z2 is the right. Well, let's get some cables here. This is for the hot end. These cables here. This all bed? Yep. Man, this cable is enormous for the bed. Holy smokes. Like, huge, huge. Oh, the magnets hold the screen on. That is interesting. Okay, that's what those magnets are for. So how low does this thing go? All the way down. Okay. So, bed's got to go through there too. I am not a fan of that at all. It does have this insane amount of this stuff. Not a fan of it, but it's what we should use on here. Definitely will be having something different for this when I rebuild this thing. Oh man. This is almost painful. I was being quiet, but my mic pack did die as I was doing this little bit of cable management here. Oh, that came out. Just get that down out of the way. Okay. So let's go ahead and get out our cables here for the motors. Let's start getting some motors wired up. They're all labeled again. This is cool. So extruder. One Z motor. Going there. Up into here. So that's the left side. So the left side is Z1. That goes into Z1. And then the X motor. Is that going to go in through the top? Probably makes sense to put the X through the top. That'll be all right. X. And then there we have the other Z motor. So go over here. Underneath everything. This is Z2. Zip tie things ready for these, but I can get there, I think. We'll be able to manage all that stuff a little bit later. Where was that now? Oh yeah. Okay, so extruder. So there's that. Oh, that is what they did. So they have it P-clipped up here, up the Z right here. So that's interesting. I mean, honestly, 350 millimeter Z, sizable. I mean, how many people are truly going more than that? Like for like the general 3D printing population. Not many people are going more than that, I think. I mean, that's just me. We need to do more hot end stuff. Fans here we need to do. So here we have the 4010 fan, which is going to go the outermost input here, like that. And the blower fan goes in the other one. Stops. So we have Y end stop is second one down. So let's go here. Y end stop. And come on. Okay. There's the Y end stop done. And then we have our X end stop. It's going to be a pain to get. Needing those pliers. Okay. You're going to put them on this side as well. And you're going closest to the LCD cables. One of these to manage, remember to go through this thing, because that would really kill me. Yeah, I hardly ever print max Z height as well on any printer, really. Mostly it's when I'm testing. Like, it's not really anything like, oh, I have to print this super huge object. Not so much. So, again, it is what it is for different people. Oh, Z end stop here. I'm probably gonna have to take off in order to get to it. You got it. Station up and on it. Sneak down here. Y and Z. And we have our extruder thermistor. That's the last piece to the puzzle here, which goes into this bottom one. And we have our hot end cables. Which come all the way down to be secured to that in a goofy way. Right through here. Okay, that's secure now. Now I can go ahead and run these cables I guess down this side. Or nope, they gotta go on the other side. Really? The other side? Are you kidding me? Stand by one. Let's look at this real quick. I wonder if I should just turn that thing around. No, that's how they have it going. Right then. Smaller Allen wrench. It just gets shoved in there. There's no way actually securing that thermistor. Well, that's interesting. Is there any Bowden tube in here? No. I mean, it doesn't need it. Obviously, it's a direct drive, but like, I thought they'd give me something just to do a bit of a reverse Bowden setup, maybe. But it's fine for now. Yeah, that vase is huge, Aaron. That's later. Hush yourself. Okay. Well. Oh. Oh, Y motor. Ah, I didn't do that one yet. Fell on the floor. Final motor connected. I'm going to button up this extruder bundle of wires here real quick. Try to at least. Oh, this is 12 miles an hour. Hang on a second. There we go. That'll make this a bit easier. This is going to take a minute. I apologize. But I need to get this all together. TrueSolve doesn't need a Bowden tube. I mean, again, it's just for reverse Bowden setup. I prefer it. I prefer having a reverse Bowden tube. Just ensures that nothing gets really hinky on your filament path. And you have the PTFE to protect your filament as your printer is moving around. I have it on every printer. Especially my direct drives all have reverse Bowden setups. I've been doing that for years. Halfway there. Halfway there, crew. Halfway there. I'd start singing Bon Jovi if I wouldn't get demonetized. Or copyright strike, I guess. Copyright strike and demonetized, maybe. What's everybody think about while I work on this? What's everybody think about Fusion 360? Getting rid of their, personal license plan, pretty much due to fraud. That's the reason why they're doing it. But I'm kind of curious what everybody thinks. We've had a pretty in-depth conversation about it on the Discord. If you guys want to check that out, maybe if Aaron or Brandon could post another link to Discord, since one of my video description is broken. But yeah, I'm curious to see what people think about it. I have my opinion of it, which people on there have heard. Everyone may or may not have seen Angus's video today that he did on Fusion 360. Pretty upset with it. Irks him. The fun word, irk. I missed that word, man. Gunner says, license not expensive. Just what so many people are complaining about is that it's so expensive. $300. Right now, it's $300 on sale. Granted, it'll be more next year, but kind of how licensing works. Get your introductory price and it'll be more expensive the next few years. Okay. Think through there. So now we're going to try to button this up. The goal here. We need to wrap those cables up. Here we go. Last time I'm going to be securing this. I'm just going to put 2 of the screws in. Just temporarily hold this shut. I still have to do some other cable management here. And, oh, actually, I'm an idiot. I haven't done the LCD cables yet. They're right here. You can do that first. Let's see what else other people said. Need to make money, support upgrade costs. Yep. Used. Can't fault them. Yeah, I mean, it seems to be a lot of it. 3. J3 and LCD. Okay. Now let's see if we can get these slid in here now. Try to do this last. Probably should have did this earlier. I mean, it definitely does suck people that were not abusing it. You know, I mean, I don't make any money from Fusion 360, from things that I make in Fusion 360. Because everything I release is for free. This is J3. This is LCD. So I'm definitely one of those people that were not abusing it, and definitely getting, lack of a better term, shafted because of it. Working with it, like doing tutorial type things in it. These are a bugger to get in. Put it in there. Okay, there's that there. Let's get out this last, another P clip here. And go there. I'm just gonna do this right to here. It's an interesting way to do this. I'll give him that. I've done this on Deltas before, but never on an i3. Again, this is not remaining this way forever, but for the stock build, I will give them credit where's credit due on a smidge of ingenuity here. Let's do another little piece of this cable stuff here.
X motor and end stop. So the 10 dock limit, Angus's thing to get around that was to just build your assemblies in one document. So instead of us, like when we built Megatron, we brought in the Bear X axis, and we brought in, we made the Y mount different, made the Z mount separate, we made so many different parts. The feet were separate. You just have to build all of that within one document / assembly, and you can get around that 10 document hold there. And then you just archive. So you can only have 10 active ones. I mean, once I finish Megatron, like it's done now. Aaron and I, we're not editing that printer anymore. Theoretically, we could just archive it once we upload the files, and it's done. I thought I brought mine up here. Real quick. Then we might be ready to fire this up and see if it blows up. Where's my drink? Where's my drink? Over here still. Nope, not there. In there. Nope. Down here. Okay. All right, now we can go ahead and throw the LCD cables up to here. Flip this around. I need to manage all that stuff in the back there too. We'll get there. We've got a couple of things here. So we've got this is the mount for the LCD there. We have our spool holder bracket. But I guess they're putting it up top on this. Mine won't stay there, but Oh, they have it right there in the middle. It's using 2 4x8s. Ooh, man, it's toasty in here now. I am sweating up a storm. Okay. I get it. All right, LCD. Let's do that real quick. That's held on by and 4x8. Yeah, perpetual license, just going back through comments somewhere. Perpetual license is definitely people are asking for. A lot of people are asking for a maker license, where you can still have general functionality, but you're not making, money from it, or their, what is it, $10,000 a year is their limits. M3, that's a T-nut that sucks. Screw on. Okay. I'm guessing the last few of these suckers here. Here's that. Very interesting, Annette. Very interesting way to do this. Got to give him credit for that. I think this is a super goofy, janky idea. But you know what? The way they implemented it, not bad. Those, and then pull out the LCD. Cables here. And this is LCD. And this is J3. I love how they labeled it too. There's no guesswork there. Yeah, I mean, that's nice and all. You kind of do like this, do, and then like that. It's interesting. That's about the most I'm going to give them on that. Okay, let's cable manage this back here just quick and dirty. We're not going to do anything super special on this. And I mean, I'm not printing any brackets for this. The cables are all up and away, basically. Oops, I'll go this way again. Still got some slack over here. Which that can be a go inside there later thing. I could just do this like this here. Get all this in the corner there, like that. And go there. We can do that. All right. But going to these 2040s is a bit big. Go. All right, so we are mostly cable managed there. All right, what do you guys think? There is the ANET A plus in. We're diming on 3 hours right now, so it wasn't quite that long. About 2 hours, a little over 2.5 hours per build. Not bad. Wet. But let me see if I can switch it around without knocking here everything over, which is not going to happen. 1 second, guys. A little more air in the office here. Okay, that's better. You guys can't really. Can you hear that fan very much, or is it okay? Oh, I'm hot. Well, let's see if it explodes when I turn it on. There it is. Huh. I mean, holy crap. I am impressed, to say the least, right now. Let's see what we can do here. Pair. Well, all right, we're gonna do auto home. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's just move. Auto home. Okay. X homes. Homes. And Z is homing. It's gonna be low. For now. All right, so let's go to prepare, disable steppers, take off the plastic here. All you weirdos that like that, there you go. All right, so let's get our glass out. Again, it has been a hot minute since I used just plain old glass. It does come with the infamous clips. Just hear those A498 drivers, man. Listen to them purr. Do disable that, and then we're gonna bring the end stop down a bit more before I start adjusting the bed. There. Auto home. Okay. Pair. Auto home. Disable steppers. Have to find a piece of paper somewhere. Let me find a piece of paper here real quick. Here it is. Well, actually, before I do that, I should probably verify that the Z's are aligned. Not at all. This is why having a probe is so much better with Marlin 2, because you can do the auto Z level, which is great. But when you build it one, you need to ensure that both of your Z towers are the same apart. Feels pretty good to me. That feels great. All right, well, I guess this is it, guys. I think this is it. We should print something. I have some filament. Which is not cut. This is just a transition spool that I have that I made with the palette. Oh, I guess we should wait, what happened there? Okay. So prepare, move axis. At this home again, and we're gonna move Z up. We're gonna make sure the nozzle is tight, and then we'll start a print. Nozzle. Just gonna go 230 on the nozzle. And we're supposed to try and slice something, huh? Wonder if I can find a profile easily enough for this. Wonder if I just want to simplify 3D. So let's do configuration assistant. Where'd I go? There it is. ANET A8. Where are we at there? 300, 300, 350. I wonder if the offset is already in the firmware. I don't know if it is or not. Otherwise, I'm not going to print center. I'll have to do it in my settings. That's a big hunky nozzle. I can't find my pliers. Where did they go? I am so blaming my children again. Why does all my stuff disappear? Down there, it's not here. It's not hanging up where it's supposed to be. There they are. Who put them over there? It was probably me. It's okay, they're asleep. They don't need to know. Okay. I wonder if I have a sock that will fit this. I do. I still have some MK8 socks. It's not perfect, but yeah, that'll do. So let's prepare auto home again. So if the offsets are set, then I should see negative numbers on the LCD. So we're just going to import a cube first. Do a ripple test, but we're going to do it 200% scale. And we're going to do 10% infill, 4 top layers. Prepare to print. Excuse me. Where did that SD card go? There it is. Oh, it's there. So it's negative 25. Well, Y is saying 0, but it's saying X is negative 25. So that's a plus, I guess. SD card. What is on this thing? Computer. Aaron, we know you are. I want some test G code on here. Okay, Curious stuff in there as well. All right. Now, the thing that does suck is that you got to use the micro SD card reader on the back on the electronics. There's nothing here on the LCD screen. Put you in there. Initialize SD card. Print. Ripple test. And the bed is heating now. Let's see what happens, folks. Gunner, it's just the American thing to do is be cheap. Depends what I'm being cheap about. I'll cheap out on certain things. I don't cheap out on cereal, though. Ain't none of that generic cereal coming in here, man. That stuff is gross. Oh, I can't cheap out on that. Yeah, this LCD screen is just making me trip. I don't want it to move. Need it to move. So we're going to secure it down. I think it's cool that they did it, but I just don't need it to move that much. Just the thought of this LCD cable kind of just like flapping around down here just gives me the heebie-jeebies. Bed's gonna be a slow heat. Definitely gonna be a slow heat. Run to the drive-thru and get milk. That's funny. Golden Grams. Ugh. Oh, they hooked. I kept X different, but they have it hooked in with the extruder cables. Theirs is pretty bad looking. I think I did a good cable management job on this one. So I tell you everything about the auto home, how to adjust Use piece of paper to adjust your first level. Load your filament. It does have load and unload enabled in the firmware. That's nice. PLA, preheat, ABS. I mean, it's not. I've had worse, but it's definitely not as bad as it could be. Mine's my thing not working. Number one, that's crooked. There we go. Okay. Zoom in here as much as I can. Bed is still heating. We are 3 minutes in. We're at 56 degrees. Bed's already tangled. Tangled mess. At temperature now. So I need to make sure it's not going to hit this clip here, which it very well might. Nope, but how is that 0? That is not 0 at all. What are you doing? Stop print. Fair. Auto home. There must be something in the slicer here. What was that about? Why did it go up? Let's try that again. I'm looking here at the, let's go, where are we at here? Stuff. Like to avoid, set that 10, come on, and unsupported threshold, bridging is fine. Check distance, that's tool, okay, so we're doing 60, it's fine. T28, G1, X0, Y20, 0.2, that's right. That was up a couple millimeters. .300 by 300 by 350. No offset on the Z. No global G-code offset on the Z. Cooling's fine. temperature, support, infill is fine, rectilinear. Formula here, offset there. Of course, baby steps is not enabled. I don't know why I thought it would be, but you know, hey, boy can dream. I'm getting hungry too, man. It's 12:30 here. All the way down. I think it's just the end stop is just crappy. It's better there. This first layer is going to be junk, but that's okay. This end stop is not really triggering precisely, I don't think. I guess you can hear that. RTX is not really allowing you to hear it. But it's loud. It's a loud printer. Let's let that run for a few minutes. Switch back to here. I mean, it is center, so that's good. So it does know the offsets are in the firmware there. And this is, right now, this piece is a filament one. There's like a copper red thing. Man, when you hear that, when that blower starts going 100%, ooh-wee, it is. That sucker's blowing. What's going on here? You guys can hear me all right? I think you can hear that printer. It's definitely setting off my microphone. That's pretty funny. It rocks the table, not as much as the BLV does, but it definitely rocks the table. Take this little screwdriver they sent in here. Oh! Look at this thing here. Look at this. You hold this down and it's extendable. It's got like collets. I'm shocked and appalled that I like this. That is not too bad. For a little rinky-dink tool that they send in there. And it's got some wee little clear ruler, which isn't bad. I can definitely use that. And it comes with a pair of the standard super cheapo snips, side cutters. But it's nice to have new ones because some of my old Crowdy ones, the handles are splitting on them. I need to put them to bed. Oh, we got layer shift. Yep, we have a layer shift on the X. I wonder if the my belt's not tight enough. And if we stop this. Yeah, we got a layer shift. Can you flip it to my hand? See that layer shift there? Just have the first few layers. So we'll tighten the belt down on X a little bit. See if that helps. Let's reprint it again. See how it goes. But everyone's amazed. I know, shock and awe that had a layer shift. At least push out plastic. You're right, Brandon. You are right. At least we're doing that. 200 degrees. Okay. Yeah, that Z is not hitting the same spot. Because right there, I was just too close to the bed. Just want to turn the temperature up a little bit for this filament. One thing I did not see on the SD card though is the source code for their firmware. Oh shoot, I gotta run downstairs real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's see how this thing does. We can get a few layers into this without a shift. I'll let it go And I'm going to call it a night. This shifted on like the second row of infill is when this one shifted. But okay still. Definitely not my best first layer. Ooh. Y motor's hot. Real hot. X is toasty. Y probably could be turned down a bit. That's pretty toasty. The highest people we had was 37 people. We got 26 right now. Not bad. That might be magic numbers, just tightening up that X belt a little bit. That seemed to have helped with some of that. Well, it did help with that issue. So yeah, I'm gonna let this run tonight and go from there. They're all goofy now. Yeah, I'm a little worried about the heat on that Y motor, but that's okay. So this was my assembly and beginning of the first print. There's technically second print of the ANET A8 Plus. Again, this is a $180 300 by 300 by 350 millimeter 3D printer. It was sent to me by Banggood. If you guys want to check it out, the link for them is down below. They are the cheapest ones. I looked on AliExpress, I looked on GearBest, I looked on Amazon. Banggood has this for the cheapest. I don't know, maybe ANET has a deal with them or something like that, but 180 bucks for all of this is, I think, pretty good, to be honest. It's not too shabby at all. Now, I'm not keeping this as this. I'm going to review this printer probably in the next few weeks. And then we're going to do some crazy things with this. And we've talked about it before, but if you guys want to actually see what we're talking about, head over to Discord. I will update the link in the video description as soon as I end the stream. I'll have to update all of mine real quick, but I'll update the link in Discord, link in the video description for Discord if you guys want to check out for what is coming soon. We've been talking about it in the 3D design channel. Lots of other things are going on. The 3D printing, 3D printer design challenge. Sorry, yeah, it's getting late. I'm getting tired. Is over. Again, that's done. The judges are viewing everything. We did ask them to go ahead and do some prints on all their different printers, just so we could have a standard across the board. Is the one thing I didn't think of was, does it print? Yes, but judges wanted to see how actually does it print. So I went ahead and asked them all to do that. They are all finishing that up, and we'll be able to have judging done. I'm hoping next week, because today is Friday. Yeah, I'm hoping in the next week to be able to have judging done where I can do the summary video of the different projects and who we are deeming the winner. Lots of fun things. This was not a bad build. Again, took just shy of 3 hours, about 2 hours and 45 minutes to build this ground up. I only broke one part, which was the Y rod holders. They are the, aside from the belt tensioner, the fan shroud, and these Y rod holders, those are the only 3D printed parts in the whole printer. I wish they would have been injection molded. I think they did a good job of their injection molding and things like that, but they cheaped out a little bit. And again, the $180, you get what you pay for here. But other than that, I'm so far not disappointed. It is printing. So, I mean, how disappointed can you be if it is printing? Everybody likes the new shirt. Mama sent it to me. I got it today. I was pretty excited about this. But yeah, that's it, guys. So I'm going to call it there. I thank you, everyone, for tuning in and hanging out for these past few hours. It's been a boatload of fun. And you guys will see more of this soon. Again, I'm going to do a full review on this before I do anything to it, just so that you know, should you buy the absolute cheapest large format 3D printer on the market. So make sure you guys check all that out. I'll catch you guys later. Make sure y'all wash your hands. Happy printing. And I'll be back tomorrow night for my Saturday night 3D printing hangout. Catch you guys later.